Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today is part 2 of restoring the 89 Almond Cream Civic hatchback. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Tyler. If you want to check out the previous video, that will explain how I got the car and basically just give you an insight and an introduction to the car and what I have planned for it. From the first few clips, if you've noticed, I showed the engine bay, and that is what we're going to be focused on. There are some areas of concern, which if you can see here, it looks like someone tried to clean up the bay and just spray paint primer over rust, or I'm not sure what's going on, but there is a lot of areas that just need some touching up, nothing crazy, mostly just some scuffing with the wire wheel. It is the engine bay. This is not going to be a show car because this is just going to be a fun, reliable, just weekend car at the moment, because I'm putting a single cam, a D series motor in here, which basically came in these cars, but it's going to be from that car, the D16 A6, the SIs. So what I'd like to do is I want to strip the bay of everything I can, as much as I can, as far as headlights. I want to get the harness up and through the firewall. I want to pull the rest of the AC through. I want to pull the booster off, remove the fuse box, wiper motor. I would like to get the evap, the map off the wall, basically everything I can, so that way I could clean up and scuff the bay, work on the rust areas, and then basically paint it. While we're going to be stripping this today as well, we're going to actually start in the interior, or what's left. We're going to rip the back seats out. We're going to take the carpet out. I want to power wash the carpet. I don't know if I'm going to do it in the video, but we're going to address this entire carpet and try to get the stains out, clean it up, because I am going to be reusing it. That's going to be the focus on today's video. We're going to be getting the bay prepped and ready to be worked on and painted. So the carpet came out really without a hassle. There's a lot of areas back here that I really don't want to leave unattended, and this is why I went ahead and took the spare out, because usually a lot of the times you'll get this like surface rust corrosion, and I know for a fact from when I washed the car there is a leak that gets in here. I definitely want to address any bare metal spots, which I can see plenty of. There's a lot of just, I guess, scuffed areas from when people were working on here and just moving stuff around. We're gonna keep moving forward with this, and I'm gonna start taking the dash out. I am gonna remove the wheel, probably the steering column, and then once we have the dash out, we'll be able to really start working on the bay and stripping the rest of the bay down so we can get it all ready to be sanded and prepped for paint. Just wanted to point out quickly, I did not film releasing the cables of the climate control. This is one of the more difficult tasks of removing the dash without breaking anything. I actually disconnected them from under the dash and in the engine bay. I thought it was easier. It was just hard to film, but just wanted to point that out in case anyone was wondering. Just want to give you guys a little quick tip for anyone who's attempting to pull the dash out. So once you got all the OEM mounted bolts out, underneath, it will make your life a whole bunch easier if you take these 3 plugs out of the fuse box, because when you release these 3 plugs, which are right here, they're in consecutive order, 1 and the 2 above, what happens is you're able to pull the entire dash away from the firewall, and then you're able to unscrew all this harness from the dash itself, so you don't have to struggle. These 3 plugs will give you all the space you need, and then the dash should come out with no problem. Check it out. right, guys, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. I want to say thank you for joining me on this journey. It took a few days to complete, but I think I'm at a good point where I could actually start working on the bay. I didn't pull the AC through or any of the harness yet because I thought it was best to wait until the cleaning's done. I'm going to vacuum all these lines out, all this air duct stuff out, get all this old dirt and debris that's been caked up for years. Then I'm going to give it a good power washing and scrub it with a sponge, get up all this dirt and grime because I don't want to sand any of this or work on it while it's dirty, and it really needs a good scrubbing. I left the suspension on just so I could roll it around. Otherwise, if I did have like a dolly or something, I would roll it on that and take the subframe off, but that's down the road. So I'm not going to film cleaning the bay because it's just pointless at this point because we're going to be doing it a few times. But progress so far, I think we are in a good spot. I got all my old parts over there that I'm going to be either using, restoring, keeping, exchanging, etc. So there are a few damaged points that I did notice. This car was definitely in a front end collision, I guess, or something happened here because when I took that front fill bar off and I had another new one next to it, the new one does not line up, and I know that this is out of place. I know here is going to need some work, but I'm willing to manage with what I got, see if I can make it happen. Still waiting on paint, but so far looking good. Don't want to make this video too long, but I just want to say thank you guys for joining me. I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care and be safe.